Ta-da! Let's come to seated though. Yeah, even though we may take the meditation in lying down or, on your sofa, let's start in a seated position with an Om to bring us together as a group, as we do. And that gives me the chance to sort of go through who's here, feel into the energy, my energy, your energy, and bring us together as a group. So let's sit any which way you like, closing down the eyes and bringing the hands in prayer position. And as always, just take a moment to acknowledge that you've made the effort to come to a formal practice, to come to your mat for meditation, for self-care. And as always, for a moment, give those extra energies that are here with you, that are not with you when you're here in the studio, give them a smile, give them some recognition. It could be other people, pets, just other energies. Nice. Perhaps happy new moon. Perhaps you would like to set an intention for the new lunar cycle, or maybe just for the day or the week ahead. Let's exhale together. Take an inhale. And just feeling into the resonance of that Om. Let that Om travel throughout your whole body. So from now on, it's your choice how you take that guided meditation. You can stay seated and then lie down, or you may want to lie down into a Shavasana position. I know some of you have brought the props out, the blankets out, the cushions, for propping yourself up, making yourself comfortable. If this is part of an inspiration to inspire you to actually practice at home a little more often, then ask yourself, how would you take your meditation at home? If you never would take a meditation in seated, then maybe it's not so important to stay seated. But if you want to meditate and you'd never be meditating lying down, then maybe don't lie down. Yeah, so take the position that you feel is most useful, not just today, but if you want to have this as the start of maybe a home meditation practice, then take it in a state that you would meditate at home. Beautiful. I'll keep my eyes closed. Just make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're warm. Yes, I'm assuming, and as I do open my eyes and have a little look, I notice most of you have taken the meditation in lying down, so I'm referring to that. We're going to do our Colour Chakra Meditation. So the intention is to balance, to harmonize, and at the most basic level, to simply acknowledge all the energy centers in our body. There is more than the major 7 ones. But to go through the physical body and simply harmonize, recognize, bring vitality into our physical body and into our energetic body on this beautiful new moon day where the energy is very, very grounded, very low. The gravitational pull is at its lowest. So start to notice your breathing. And just start to acknowledge and recognize all the parts of your body that are touching the floor. Beautiful. And just allow the experience that you're having this morning to be as it is. Just honor the experience. And if you drift into thought, just allow it to happen. If you drift into snoozle or sleep, allow it to happen too. It is what it is. That sort of sense of letting go of the attachment to a particular outcome. All you need to do, your unconscious, is listening the whole time. You listen consciously to my words. You feel into your body. So with our color meditation, I'm inviting you to visualize a color. And if that is a little challenging this morning, we don't need to analyze why, then you can just visualize something in that color. or you visualize the word of the color written. So there is a few options, but I always visualize the color for us as well. So we're starting with the invitation of becoming aware of the very base of your spine, the very end point of your spine, that tailbone area, and just let your feeling sense come into that area. Yeah, regardless of whether you're sitting or you're leaning against the sofa, you're lying down, just get a feeling sense of that part. And then see if you can bring up the imaginary color of red. Red. And here it is, you know, the shade of red that comes up for you now. It's just perfect. And then see if you can have like a ball of red sitting at the end of your spine. And then see if you can bring the color up. We'll bring it upwards first. We'll bring it up. We'll bring that red up into your whole pelvic area, into your hips, into your belly. Let it move up into your chest. Let it move into your shoulder girdle, your arms, up into your throat, into your head. And then feel it moving down along your back to where it started, down into your legs. Both feet, and your toes. So you feel that sense of red, the vibration of the red you have chosen, the vibration, the feeling sense of red. Feel yourself immersed in and surrounded by the healing color of red. From the top of the head to the tips of your toes, red. And again, just enjoying that experience today. Just kudos to you all for taking the time to give back to yourself. So red, just feeling the healing color, the healing vibrations of the color of red. From the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Red, immersed in and surrounded by the healing color of red. Beautiful. And as always in meditation and yoga, we invite everything that wants to arise to the surface. We invite it in. And just give it a little recognition, validation, and then we come back to the practice at hand. Immersing ourselves into the color of red. Now we're bringing all that red color back in, and we rain it up from the legs down, from the top of the head, and we feel again into the area where it started. And we just let it sit there as a ball or a flame of red. Beautiful. We move our awareness sense, our feeling sense a little higher up into our physical body. So a little higher up into our pelvic area, into our pelvic organs. And we just start to visualize the color of orange there. Around the hips, around the pelvis, the color of orange. And then we let that orange spread up into the whole of the belly, to the whole of the torso. The arms, the shoulders, the neck and throat, the head, and then all the way down your back, your whole torso, the whole of the pelvic area, your hips, your legs, your feet and your toes. Orange, just feeling that feeling sense, that healing vibration of the color of orange. And the shade of orange you've chosen is perfect for you. Orange, from the top of the head to the toes. Healing vibration, healing sensation of the color of orange. Let's not strain to find that color. Just let it be. Just hearing my words, you can't unhear it. Orange. From the top of the head to the tips of the toes, immersed in and surrounded by. And it's very normal that some colors come so easily and some are a little tricky. We're not forcing, we're just sending out that invitation. Excuse me. Beautiful, feeling that. From the top of the head to the tips of the toes, the healing color of orange. Slowly now, bring that color back. Let it sit. Let it bring it down. Bring it back into where it first started. Feel into that area. Letting it sit in your pelvis. And then bringing our feeling sensation higher up into our body, into our belly area, into our mid-belly, into our solar plexus area. And just feeling into there. How does your belly feel this morning? That area of mid-belly between the diaphragm and the belly button. And then seeing if you can bring up the color of yellow. Yellow, it's like a little flame, like a little ball. Let it sit there. And then let's bring it up. Let's bring up that yellow color into the whole of your torso. Whole of your shoulder girdle, your arms, your hands, your fingers, up into the head. All the way down into the chest, into the whole of the torso. Your hips, your legs, feet and toes, yellow. That beautiful shade of yellow that you've chosen this morning. From the top of the head to the tips of the toes, immersing yourself, surrounding yourself with the healing vibrations and the healing color of yellow. Yellow. From the top of the head to the toes. Beautiful shade of yellow coming from your belly. Yellow from the top of the head to the toes. Allow yourself to feel beautiful healing vibration that comes with the color of yellow from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Yellow. Slowly now, bringing that yellow back. And just give yourself some time to just bring it back in. It moves up from the feet, down from the head, and it gathers around the belly. Just letting it sit there like a ball, like a little flame. And then we're moving our awareness sense a little higher up into our body, into our heart, into our whole chest area. And then into our heart. Maybe you have that sense of feeling into your anatomical heart. Maybe for you it's just simply that whole chest area. Just getting a feeling sense. How does your body feel there? And just flooding that whole chest area with a feeling sense. And then slowly allowing yourself to bring up the visualization of the color of green. Green. And just allowing that whole chest area to be filled with the vibration and the healing color of green. And move it up a little higher into the shoulder girdle, into the throat, into our head, down into our limbs, into our arms, hands, fingers, all the way down now into our belly, hips, that whole pelvic area, into our legs, our feet, our toes. Green, the whole upper body, whole lower body, immersed in and surrounded by the color of green, coming from your heart, from the top of the head to the toes, the healing color, healing vibrations of the color of green. Just allowing yourself to feel that, to be immersed in the shade of green that you have chosen this morning. Experiencing yourself being surrounded by and immersed in color of green, coming from your heart. Green from the top of the head to the toes. Slowly now, allowing yourself to bring that green back into the heart. Let it move up from your legs, down from the head, and just let it sit there like a little flame or a little ball in your chest, in your heart. And slowly now, moving up in our physical body and bringing the awareness into our throat. And just feeling into our whole throat. Just taking a moment to filling our throat with our feeling sense. Just noticing how that feels. Noticing what's happening there. And then very slowly over time, see if you can visualize the color of light blue. Yeah, just the shade of light blue that comes up for you is perfect. And just let it sit there in your throat for a moment. Just let it be there. Feel into it. And then we bring that color of light blue up into the whole of the face, top of the head. And then we let it move down from the throat into our shoulders, into our arms, hands and fingers, down into our chest, into our belly and to the whole of our torso, our hips, our left leg, our right leg, to our feet and to our toes, and we're feeling ourselves immersed in and surrounded by the healing color of light blue. That light blue, that shade that you've chosen is just perfect for you this morning. Light blue from the top of the head to your toes, surrounded by, immersed in the color of light blue. Beautiful. Just being present to the experience and just allowing the experience to be what it is, honoring it. There is no right or wrong in experiencing this meditation. Just know that we're all feeling the vibration of the color of light blue coming from our throat, from the top of the head to the toes, immersed in and surrounded by the color of light blue. Light blue. Slowly now, allowing ourselves to bring that shade of blue back, the energy, the vibration back into the throat, up from the lower body, down from the head into the throat, and just see if you can let it sit there like an energy, a ball, a flame of light blue. Beautiful. And moving the awareness even higher up into our body, into the area of our eyebrows, our third eye, so between the eyebrows. And just let your awareness sense sit there for a moment, just feeling into how that feels. Beautiful. And we're starting to bring up the color of dark blue. And just let it sit there. It's like a little flame, like a little ball, that dark blue between your eyebrows. And then we spread it up first. Spread it into the forehead, into the whole of the head, the face, down into the throat, into your shoulders, arms, your back, your chest, your belly, hips, legs, feet and toes. Feeling that dark blue. Feel yourself surrounded by and immersed in the color of dark blue, coming from your third eye center, from the area between your eyebrows, from the top of the head to the toes, immersed in and surrounded by the color of dark blue. The shade of dark blue you've chosen is perfect. Feeling it, feel it. This is a feeling experience. Feeling the vibration of the dark blue. Feel yourself, notice yourself immersed in, surrounded by the color of dark blue. From the top of the head to the toes. Dark blue from the top of the head to your toes. Beautiful. Slowly now, letting that color come up from your toes, down from your head, and let it sit there, just like a gentle, soft little flame or ball, a radiating energy of dark blues sitting between the eyebrows. And then lastly, we move our awareness even higher up into our physical body, to the top of the head. And just feel into that. Just feel into that body part, that top of the head, that headstand little point. Just notice how that feels. And in a moment's time, we're bringing up the visualization of violet or purple. Yeah, the shade of purple, that's perfect for you. Just let it sit there, let it hover there for a moment. And then feel it moving downwards into the head, your face, your throat, your shoulders, your arms, your torso, chest, the belly, the hips, both of your legs, both of your feet and your toes, purple, from the top of the head to the toes. Feeling yourself immersed in and surrounded by beautiful healing color of violet or purple. Any shade of that is perfect for you. Feeling it. Allow the experience to simply be. Allow it to happen. Immersed in and surrounded by the color of purple. From the top of the head to the toes. Immersed in and surrounded by the color of purple. From the top of the head to the toes. Beautiful. Purple. From the top of the head to the toes. Slowly now. Allowing yourself to draw the color up from your lower body, your torso up to the top of the head. And just allowing that flame or that ball of purple color to just sit there at the top of the head. And then lastly, allow yourself to visualize like a circle of white color surrounding you. Or sometimes I say a cloud of white that you're immersing yourself in. And just you sitting in that circle of white light. You're sitting in that circle of white cloud, and it's surrounding you and sealing the energy in. And that white circle surrounding us, surrounding you, stays here. And just allowing yourself to seal that energy in with that circle of white. Perhaps the visualization of a cloud happens for you easily. And I'm just going through everyone, just visualize that circle of white. Beautiful. And just allow yourself a moment to just feel into that energy that's within you. That beautiful white that's surrounding you. Just allowing yourself to feel and to be with that energy and that experience of our Colour Chakra meditation on this beautiful new moon day. And the experience that you had this morning, that you're having now, is perfect. There is no right or wrong. It just is beautiful. Nice. Knowing you can be that calm, that relaxed, and that connected to your physical and to your energetic body. Knowing that the idea of energy goes where awareness goes. We have stimulated, harmonized balance, all our seven nature energy centers. So kudos to you all for showing up on the mat this morning for this beautiful meditation. I feel it is appropriate to just quietly, you don't change anything. If you're lying down, stay lying down. If you're seated, stay seated. The eyes are already closed. Perhaps you can just bring your hands in prayer in front of the heart. Just for that beautiful recognition of that experience. And I'd like to just close the meditation because I know some of you have to continue or go back to work, or just we don't have to come all up into a seated position. We can all have that circle in our position we're in, just with the eyes closed, with the hands in prayer, and we can chant an Om to complete us as a group and to complete the experience. Yeah, maybe it's a new experience for you to Om lying down. Let's do this together. Let's exhale. Take an inhale. Let the experience be. Let the Om resonate. Just saying something in closing in case you need to quietly leave, because you've brought your half-hour lunch break forward. But it's such a sacred place where we're all at individually. So if you would like to just stay at home in that energy, then you can. You don't have to roll to the side and come up to seated to close together. I would just like to say thank you all for embracing the meditation this morning on such a short notice also. I hope it has resonated with you and has given you the connection to your body, to your energy center, to different experience. This will be happening now every Thursday morning at 9:30. I value and appreciate your feedback. If you have particular requests for particular meditation or for particular learning, let me know. I will stand up and unmute you. So if you want to have a little chat with the group or with me, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you could just stay where you are and toddle on, do what you feel you want to do. Thank you and have a marvelous rest of the day. Happy New Moon Day. And I'll see you behind the screen again soon. This doesn't have to be the end, but I do recognize that some of you may have to go or have already left. I'll just tip it over here. I'll just end my recording as well so we can have it available. Ta-da!